What's going on, everybody? It's Monday Poet, and today I'm counting down my top 10 hip-hop albums of all time. Now, just like my other top 10 lists, I want to make it clear before we start. This isn't what I think are objectively the greatest hip-hop albums ever made. It's not based on album sales, awards, acclaim, influence, etc, etc, etc. This is simply the albums I've played the most over the years. The ones I can put on from track one and let it play all the way through. The albums that are stuck with me and still sound as good today as when I used to listen to them. So if your favorite album isn't here, don't stress. It's all about personal taste. So, let's get into it. Starting off the list is The Hard Road by Hilltop Hoods. These guys put Australian rap on the map, and The Hard Road feels like the album where everything came together for them. The production, fantastic. The writing is personal, most of the songs relatable, and each member shines through the project. Whether it's songs about family, growing up, or simply enjoying life, there's something incredibly genuine about this album that keeps bringing me back.
You know I'm mobbing with the D.O.double-G, straight off the fucking streets of CBT.
Number 9 is Dr. Dre's Chronic 2001. This album is packed with classic production. Every beat sounds massive, everything is polished, and every track recognizable. Dre assembled some incredible artists of the time, and almost every track feels like an event. It's one of those albums where even the songs that weren't released as singles still sound like they could have been, and they're absolute hits. Whenever I want some amazing production and that West Coast vibe, this is one that always gets a spin.
Prepare for the boom, bam, oh man, slam, damn, I scream like Tarzan.
Coming in at number 8 is Enter the Wu-Tang 36 Chambers by Wu-Tang Clan. This album encompasses 90s boom bap hip hop. The production was gritty, raw, and unlike anything that came before it. Introducing 9 MCs on the mic for their debut album is an incredible feat. Every member brought something different, which is what helped it sound diverse at the time, but also giving a different flavor for every verse, and the album still feels cohesive from start to finish. There's an energy in this album that's impossible to replicate. It sounds rough around the edges, but that's exactly what makes it so unique, even decades later.
We like to party, don't make me get money and platinumize my body.
Swinging into 7 is The Art of Storytelling by Slick Rick. Slick Rick has a way of turning every song into a movie. His delivery, his humor, and imagination make every track entertaining, and the production perfectly complements his style too. It's one of those rare albums that just feels laid back and fun even on the 100th listen.
A flex like sex in your stereo sets. Nas a catch wreck. I used to hustle.
At number 6 is Illmatic by Nas. This album has earned every bit of praise it's received over the years. The lyricism is phenomenal, the storytelling is great, and the production still sounds timeless. It's hard to believe Nas was so young when he made this. I say this because the writing displays a lot of maturity and confidence for someone at that age. Every listen reveals another clever line or hidden detail, and that's why it continues to age so well. This is definitely one of those classic timeless albums.
I want the fame, but the industry's a lot like a crap game, ain't no time for commitment. I got it.
Halfway through the list, and it's Me Against the World by Tupac. This is probably Pac's most personal album. You can hear every emotion in every verse, whether it's talking about fame, struggle, loneliness, hope, or memories. It feels less like somebody performing and more like somebody letting you know their inner thoughts and feelings. It's an incredibly honest album, and that's what makes it powerful all these years later.
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine, Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine.
At number 4 is Ready to Die by Notorious B.I.G. The album is almost flawless. Storytelling, flow, and charisma are on full display from beginning to end. The album balances gritty street stories with humor, vulnerability, and unforgettable hooks. There are so many iconic songs here, but what impresses me is how well the album flows as a complete listening experience. It's one of those records that deserves every bit of its legendary status. I want to mention a few albums that just didn't make it onto this list. Marshall Mathers LP by Eminem, The Chronic by Dr. Dre, Late Registration by Kanye West, Doggy Style by Snoop Dogg, Elif for Zagin by NWA, Jurassic 5 by Jurassic 5, Good Kid, Mad City by Kendrick Lamar, and also Damn by Kendrick Lamar. Now let's get into the top 3.
They say you can rap about anything except for Jesus. That means gun, sex, lies, videotape.
Taking the bronze medal is The College Dropout by Kanye West. This album completely changed what mainstream hip-hop sounded like. Kanye mixed soulful production with humor, bravado, and vulnerability, and even more stuff in a way that felt completely unique. He wasn't trying to fit into the mold, instead he broke it and molded it himself, and that made his album stand out immediately. Its new happy-go-lucky sound mixed with decent lyrics and some heartwarming moments made this an insanely great album. It's creative, it's entertaining, and still one of the most enjoyable albums to listen to.
It's all political. If my music is literal and I'm a criminal, how the fuck can I raise a little girl?
Runner-up in second place is The Eminem Show by Eminem. For me, this is him at his overall best, and it's an insanely great album. He managed to combine technical lyricism with huge commercial success without sacrificing who he was as an artist. Sure, he's changed a lot since these days, but this album felt like the best balance between Slim Shady and Marshall Mathers. For me, this was his real breakthrough, already cemented in hip-hop, but this poured everything on top. It's funny, emotional, passionate, and thoughtful all at the same time, and there aren't really many weak moments throughout it, which makes it my favorite by him.
And I can make you famous. Niggas been down for years. So how can they blame us? I live in fear of a felony.
And finally, my number one favorite hip-hop album of all time, All Eyes on Me by Tupac. This album has everything. Aggressive tracks, emotional tracks, party anthems, storytelling, social commentary, great features. It somehow manages to cover so many different moods while still feeling like a complete album. It's also one of those rare double albums which I genuinely enjoy almost every track on. Whenever I think about putting on a hip-hop album with no intention of skipping anything, this is almost always the one I choose, and that's why it sits at my number 1. So that's my top 10 favorite hip-hop albums of all time. Again, this isn't a list of what I think are objectively the greatest albums ever made. It's simply the albums that I've connected with the most and continue to listen to and continue to enjoy year after year. Now, your turn. What top 10 hip-hop albums are on your list? Let me know in the comments down below. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, and all that jazz. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.